Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we will do this question which states that we have to find longest continuous subarray with absolute difference less than or equal to a limit which is given. So we are given a nums array and a integer limit. We need to return the size of longest non-empty subarray such that the absolute difference between any two elements of the subarray is less than or equal to limit. So let's look at the example. If this is a array and this is the limit, we have all the subarrays here and we are finding the absolute difference. When it's 8 in array, 8 minus 8, the minimum is also 8 and the maximum is also 8. In that case it is 0, which is less than equal to limit. So this is a one of the answer with length 1. Then we moved further, we have 8 and 2. The maximum is 8 and the minimum is 2. So we did 8 minus 2. So it gives us 6 and 6 is greater than 4. So this cannot be the answer. Then we move further and add 8 to 4. The maximum is 8, the minimum is 2 and we do 8 minus 2 which is equal to 6 which is greater than 4. So this cannot be the answer. Then we took this subarray. The maximum is 8 and the minimum is 2. Again this is not the answer. Then we took this particular element 2 minus 2. In this subarray 2 minus 2 is 0 which is less than equal to 4. So the length is 1. Now we have 2 and 4. The absolute difference between 4 and 2, it is 2. So in that case it is one of the answers. Need maximum, so 2 is maximum till now. Then further we continue on doing this and the size of longest subarray came to be 2. So this way what we have to do is, for a given array we need to check all the subarrays and give the difference of maximum and minimum element of that particular subarray. That way we'll have the absolute difference between any two elements of the array. So now let's look how we can do this particular question with sliding window.
So let's understand the question first. We have to find longest contiguous subarray with absolute difference, which is maximum minus minimum. The absolute of this is less than a given limit. So here this is the array and given the limit is 4. We have these many possible subarrays. What we have to find is the longest contiguous subarray with absolute difference less than limit. If we look at this particular subarray, the maximum is 8 and minimum is also 8. In that case, the difference is 0. If we look at this, 8 minus 2 is equals to 6. If we look at this, 8 minus 2 is equals to 6. If we look at this, 8 minus 2 is equals to 6. We look at this subarray, 2 minus 2 is 0. 4 minus 2 is 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. 4 minus 4 is 0. 7 minus 4, 3. 7 minus 7, 0. The limit is 4. So the difference less than 4. This is less than 4. This is greater than 4. So we have this candidate. This is greater than 4. This is also greater than 4. This is also one of the candidate because this is less than 4. This is also less than 4. This is greater than 4. So we have this candidate. This is less than 4. This is also one of candidate. And this is less than 4. This is also one candidate. Less than 4, one of the candidate. So we can see that the maximum length that we can reach to is 2. So 2 is the answer for this question. Now looking at this particular question and understanding this question, we know that we have to list all the subarrays and then find difference of maximum element and minimum element from that subarray and check if it is less than limit or not and track the max length So this is the solution that's the naive solution that comes to our mind. So for naive solution, we will check all subarrays and we will check max of a subarray minus min of the subarray if the minus is greater than limit. So these are the things that we need to check. So how can we do this is, so for generating subarray, we will have a nested loop. Consider this as the outer loop. We will have a max. We'll have a max and a min. And we will have an inner loop. We will update the max. And if the condition, which is max minus min, satisfies, in that case, we will update our length answer. Else, we will break off this loop. So this is the solution, that's the naive solution. We will have a max length and we will update it here and we will return that max length at the end. So we can see that these are two loops and it's clearly order n square. So we can definitely optimize this. We have learned many questions of sliding window and here we can identify that we need a contiguous subarray and longest contiguous subarray. In this case, we will use variable sliding window. So what we will do is, so for sliding window, we will maintain a single window from left to right. Let's say there will be a left variable and a right variable. And we need some fast access to max and min. And we need some fast access to max and min. Because if we can't keep track of running max and min, because that way we will have to traverse entire window for updating the max and min, which we don't want to do. For fast access on these two, what we will do is we will use DQ. One DQ for max and one for min. So the first element of max DQ will have maximum element and first element of min DQ will have minimum element. As we will move right in the window, we will add the element to both the DQs, max and min. So initially we will have the window as this. Now we will add 8 to max DQ and min DQ. This will have 8 at top and this will also have 8 at top. Then we will expand this. When we will have these two, the max DQ will have 8 at top and this will have 2 at top. And when we include these three, this will have 8 on top and this will remain with 2 at top. And when we add these, this will remain same. So every time we need to update both the right added element to both the DQs. And the condition that we will check is if max D dot front minus min D dot front. We have these functions to access the front element if the subtraction is less than equal to limit. In that case, we will update our answer. Else, we will do left plus plus because we don't have a valid window. So now let's summarize these points. So we will have DQ of type int, a max DQ and a min DQ. We will use left and have an answer variable. We will have right variable for our loop, which will be the end of the window. With this loop, we are removing all the elements which is smaller than current element because they can never be a max element. So we are removing that. So for example, if we have 3 and 5 in the DQ, max DQ, and we are adding 7. So these elements can never be maximum. So we are removing them and adding the new element to the max queue. Same way we will do for min queue. With this, we are removing all the elements which are greater than recently added element and adding the new element, which is the nums right. Now we will check if the current window is valid or not. So what we will do is while max D dot front minus min_d dot front. If the maximum minus minimum is greater than limit, in this case the window is not valid. So we need to shrink the window. So writing code here for shrinking the window. So for shrinking the window, what we will do is we have to remove left from the max_d and min_d. So what we will do is, if left element is at the front, in that case we need to do max_d dot pop front. Same we will do for min_d also. And now we will do left plus plus. This code will be inside this while loop. Now we have shrinked our window. Now we need to update our answer. So what we will do is, answer is equals to max of whatever was previous length minus the current window length. So this way we have our sliding window solution. We are having this window, a min_d and a max_d. So if we talk about time complexity, we have a linear time complexity because each element is pushed once into min_d and popped once from the min_d, and each element is pushed once in the min_d and popped from the min_d, and left and right both keep moving forward only. So we have order n as time complexity, and order n in the worst case is the space complexity that we have. Now let's code it on LeetCode.
Look at the code, we will have dq, min and max dq. We will have a left and answer, and initially they will be 0. We will run a loop with right variable, and inside the loop we will maintain decreasing dq for our maximum. So what we are checking here, if the queue is not empty and the back is less than right pointed element, in that case we are popping, because these element can never be the maximum and we are adding new element. Same way we are doing this for min queue. Next we are shrinking the window. What we are doing is, we are checking the maximum and minimum subtraction is greater than limit or not. If they are, we are removing that particular element and doing left plus plus. And at last we are storing our answer and returning that answer. So if we submit this code, it's submitted. And for more such video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.